This is Will.
This is Alex.
Welcome back to another episode of They Mostly Come Out of Me.
Welcome everyone. As always, go to our web zones,
our socials,
wherever you get your podcasts, your YouTubes, everything like that. Go like, comment, subscribe. Really helps us out. Really builds the community, which we really love.
Yes, a suggestion.
We love
our movie after this.
Every 5 episodes is a suggestion. So please go do that. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening. There's no housekeeping, I think, today. No. We're just going to get right into it. So, have you seen a little 1978 movie? Just by an unknown director. Had
John Carpenter?
Yeah, just a little unknown. His name
I don't know who that is.
John Carpenter. It's just a little movie called Halloween. Takes place on Halloween. So
here's what I think. Well,
okay.
For this episode,
yes,
which the film is Sorority House Massacre.
Yes.
For this episode, I think we should describe our experience watching the first 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then after that, we need to turn it into a rambler.
Okay.
Because once it clicked, I think it deserves a rambler.
So
don't you agree?
Yeah. Let's just off rip.
Yeah.
This is a Halloween ripoff.
This is a ripoff of multiple movies, but the big one
is Halloween.
Yeah.
It's very apparent, like you said, after about the first 10 minutes. It's very...
When you realize it.
It just, like you said, it clicks. So I just get that right out of the way. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, is it worth watching? Just go watch Halloween.
I mean, if you're really curious, I guess you can. I'm sure there's
I'm just saying I almost guarantee you will have a better time with Halloween.
Yeah, I don't know what you'll get out of this that you won't get out of the movies that it rips off.
I don't know what you would get better in this than you wouldn't get better in those movies. Because this movie does attempt, but yeah, let's go over our first... Okay, so do you want to start or should I?
I'll just start.
Okay, start. What was your first 10 minutes of the movie?
So the movie starts, and it's like normal. I mean, it's just... We see we got the credits, and then we see a girl in a hospital bed.
Yeah.
And they do the typical thing where they're like, well, what happened? And
she's being interviewed because there was something really bad happened.
She's like, well, I guess it all started this day. And then it's her coming to a house.
Yes.
And it's done very dreamlike. And she comes in and...
Is this where we see the 3 little girls sitting on... Okay.
It's a little later.
Okay.
And this one, she just walks in and it's empty when we see the camera swooping around the house. And then we see it looks downstairs and we see a little girl
walking through the entryway of the house,
staring up at the camera. And then it comes back and it's present. It's now in the here and now, and it's her coming to this house, into the sorority house.
Yes.
And then we cut back and we cut to an insane asylum.
Now I wanted to make this very clear.
Yes.
Little girl walks through the doorway, right?
Yeah.
And it's an exact angle from the staircase.
The same angle, yes.
Looking at her. Our main who becomes the final girl, comes in the exact same way.
Same angle, yes.
Shows it the exact same angle.
Yes.
I want to make that very, just keep that.
They're saying, this is her.
Just clip that, keep that in your mind for a minute, because if you're not dumb, you'll know what's going on.
Well, see, here's the thing. At that point, it's okay, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, right now you're just you don't know what's going on. There is mystery.
There's something with her being.
There's something.
Girl.
There's something here. There's
maybe.
Something to do with dreams and stuff. Yeah. It could go anywhere at this point.
But then they cut to an insane asylum, and we see some guy in the insane asylum start freaking out.
Yes.
And immediately, Immediately.
Oh my god.
I'm like, is that her brother? And then, after this, it's time to ramble, because guess what? It is the brother.
Yeah, spoiler alert. It is exactly what you're thinking, because...
What other movie...
Because...
What other movie has a psycho killer brother who is in an insane asylum and ends up escaping the insane asylum and cuts through some horny teenagers to get to his sister? What other movie?
Like I mentioned before, just this little tiny 1978 movie, came out.
Yeah.
Wasn't a big hit.
Nobody knows about it.
Didn't really go where. It's not iconic at all.
Not everyone is, yeah.
Not literally everyone has seen it, and they even made a questionable trilogy about it.
Countless sequels. And
yeah. Yeah, no, it's not. It's Halloween.
So there's that.
I'll drop the joke. It's
Halloween.
It's Halloween, but it does also have, I will say, the dream sequences are very Nightmare on Elm Street like.
Well, the big one that you mentioned, is there's
the
one
3 girls,
where she goes to the house and it's all like dream-like, and there's 3 girls playing and they're saying like, "Don't go in the house," but they have right next to them, they have a miniature version of the house, the big house that she's gonna go into, and I'm like, Nightmare on Elm Street.
I'm surprised they didn't start singing. I'm surprised it's not even like that on the nose.
Shocked they didn't have a nursery rhyme. But it's like all these like dream sequences through the first half, and then the other one.
And I'm already I get really annoyed when a movie is so predictable that you predict it in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Well, the problem is that because it's just a Halloween ripoff.
Well, because they even talk about, like you said, first 10 minutes. They even talk about how the guy did something really. He's like a maniac, and he did something really bad to get in there, and so you immediately know.
Even before they mention that, we know.
Well, I know because they show again.
Because we know.
I know.
You have a girl who is going to be clearly.
Well, because in slasher movies.
And it's like you have.
There's always There's always a connection, right, to why the serial killer is doing the thing that he's doing.
Sometimes. But in this, it's too obvious.
Usually, but it's too on the nose because it's all these dream sequences, and it's showing her entering the house exactly how she did as a young girl, and you're like, okay, there's clearly some trauma here. They're definitely siblings.
Well, that's the thing. It's he's definitely after that. They cut to him having a freak out, and it's they're trying to tell you that these two are.
Well, because he basically it makes you assume he's having the same dream because he wakes up. So when they're showing that dream sequence, he wakes up, and you're like, oh shit, he's out of the same dream. They're siblings.
Yeah,
and he's going to the house to finish the job.
Another movie.
It's like the night he came home. It's it's so telegraphed and so obvious. It's kind of insulting.
Well, that's the thing is if he, obviously it's a slasher movie, so I'm not expecting it to be 100% unpredictable.
It doesn't have to be groundbreaking,
but if you're gonna do that, then you need more.
Well, there has to be something there,
and
right?
It doesn't, because the other big one, and they show it in the fucking movie, is Slumber Party Massacre.
Yeah.
Because there's a part where they talk about dreams and the meaning of dreams and how she keeps seeing a knife in her dreams and it's a phallic symbol, and it's and immediately I was like, Slumber Party Massacre.
Well, also, to be fair, they don't go anywhere with that.
No, they don't go anywhere with
that. It's not like this guy's doing this out of sexual frustration, because what at the end of the movie why he's doing it, so there's no reason to bring up the knife as a phallic symbol, because in Slumber Party Massacre, you were mentioning this too, the guy has a fucking power drill that he holds right where his dick is and fucking drills people. So that's how he kills people in the fucking movie.
So a fun fact about Slumber Party Massacre. Summer Party Massacre was a movie written and directed by a woman. Originally, it was written as a satire.
Yeah.
And then they were like, hey, we'll let you make it, but we want you to film it completely straight. Like, take the satire out of it. Just film it straight.
Yeah.
But if you watch it, you know what they're getting at.
There's still some satire to it, right? Because it's
literally
like, you know...
a misogynistic psycho killer...
that uses a fucking power drill for a dick.
For his dick.
Yeah.
The end of the movie... Spoilers, I guess.
If you haven't seen Slumber Party Massacre...
If you listen to this podcast and you haven't seen Slumber Party Massacre, it's kind of weird. But...
skip ahead a little bit. Just try and get to the point. I don't know what timestamp it's going to be, so...
whatever.
Just go ahead, skip to the... If you don't want to hear the spoiler, the ending of Slumber Party Massacre.
But basically, at the end of the movie, the final girl literally slices off his power drill.
Yes.
And he is completely powerless.
Yeah, powerless.
He can't do shit.
Yeah.
Because she sliced off his dick.
She took a hit to his ego.
But see... Because the people who made Slumber Party Massacre
knew what the fuck they were doing and
tried.
Well, they actually gave it some effort and thought about what they wanted to do.
Well,
right?
It was like, okay, we're making a movie about a bunch of horny teenagers having a sleepover, but let's add some.
Well, that's what I hate about these ripoffs. It's like there's no originality.
Yeah.
Like they don't know what to do. They just fucking.
That's a perfect segue. Will. Because we have the one thing that makes this movie different.
What's that?
Barely. The one thing is the sister and the psycho killer brother and the house all have a telepathic brainwave connection.
Okay.
Does it go anywhere? No.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but that is fucking stupid. Because they don't do anything with it. They literally just...
They use it as an excuse
they have
dream sequences.
Well, and to bring them both to the house.
Well, she's at the house not because of that.
Well, no.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is they used it as a reason to explain why he knew she was at the house.
And why she has dreams about the house.
That's how they do. That's how they use it, and that's literally the only thing they do with it. It's not like she saves anyone by having a premonition and pushing them out of the way or anything.
Yeah.
It's like there's nothing cool like that. It's not like Final Destination shit where you can have a premonition and then be like, "Oh fuck, move to the right." You know, it's like no, nothing happens like that. She just has a premonition and everyone fucking dies anyway.
Well, it's kind of funny because there's a scene where it's like her and the other girl who are the last survivors.
Oh my god.
And they're standing behind a door and he's stabbing through the door.
Yeah.
And he pulls his knife out and he's going to stab it again. And she's like, wait, hold on a second. And in my head, I was thinking, is she going to be able to tell where he's going to stab? Is that what they're leading to?
No.
Nope.
No, they don't even do that because, again, that's what I hate about ripoffs. There's no originality. They try it a little bit because they have to be just different enough.
For copyright, I guess.
Well, not even for copyright, but just so people don't poo-poo it away.
I was gonna say they have to be different enough for the producers to give them the money for it.
Well, right. So producers aren't this is just a Halloween ripoff.
You need to add something. Okay, well,
how about the house? The house has a telekinetic draw to it. It's okay, let's do that.
The sister and brother are telepathically connected.
Okay. Only by the house, not by any other way. Only by the house for some reason.
So we pad out the first half of the movie with dream sequences.
Cool. And one of the dream sequences, and granted it is towards the end, gives away the entire thing before she even says that she's his sister, because because
you say that
this movie just assumes that the audience is fucking idiots. I swear to God. Because there's a dream sequence where she looks at a photograph and you see the three girls that were from the beginning.
Well, because before that, after he escapes.
Well, because she keeps having dreams of an entire family getting massacred because there's mannequins set up around.
She also sees their dead bodies at some point.
Like a table and then their dead bodies on the couch and stuff. And you're just okay, so that's the family.
But even after that, there's a part where one of the hospital orderlies calls a doctor and is like, well, what's what did this guy do? And she says, oh, he murdered, 5 of his family members.
But
the only survivor
is living with her aunt. And we already know at the beginning of the movie, she said that she was living with her aunt.
So we know that it was 2 parents and 3 sisters.
You know what I'm thinking? Not only did this movie give away the fucking plot 3 times before.
Well, this movie gave away the plot in the first 10 minutes.
I know, and then 2 other times before she's just like, "Oh yeah, I think I'm his sister."
We know.
It's like it makes that scene like just bland. It's so you're just like you don't care because you already know. Like she's like explaining to her friend like, "Oh, I think I'm his sister, and my name isn't like Rachel. It's like Beth
Laura.
Rachel, like Laura Beth something."
What's your name, Laura? Hold on.
So
because if it is Laura, I have something funny to add to you.
like Lori. Is it Laura? Oh my god,
Wait,
that would.
hold
Oh,
on.
we didn't even
It
make
says
that.
Beth, but wait, is that the real name or the fake name?
No, so Beth is her.
Her fake name is Laura. Laurie
No,
Strode.
so her first name is Laura, but she goes by Beth in the movie because that's what her aunt called her, I guess. Whatever. But
Laurie Strode.
Lori.
Hack.
What's her last name? Like Straub?
I think the last name. No, it's not that on the nose. It's Hinkle.
Oh yeah, Hank.
Because remember Robert Hinkle?
Yeah, because nothing says terror like Robert Hinkle.
Well,
Oh, for those of you who don't know, this is how a Rambler episode goes, where we just ramble on about just random shit in the movie. We're not doing it sequentially.
No, it's not worth. This is not worth the time.
The deaths are so stupid too.
So,
we'll go over that, but they're
Whatever.
so
It
dumb.
doesn't matter. I don't care about the deaths. Here's what I care about, Will. Here's the important thing.
Or the kills, I should say. The kills.
A lot of horror movies, a lot of slasher movies.
Yeah.
Usually, there's two types of slasher movies.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm listening.
There are the slasher movies where you don't know who the killer is.
Agreed. Yeah. Where it's just some random dude.
Well, no. So it's more like they keep him off camera for the whole movie,
Okay.
and then at the end, it's a reveal,
Right.
and that's like the twist.
Yeah.
Is you have no idea who the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Like, we watched one called The Initiation, where it was like the main final girl's twin sister. And then at the end, when you see it's her, you're just like, what the fuck? Things like that.
Or I bet you thought it was the butler.
That's not a slasher. That's just a bullshit movie.
I know. I'm just kidding.
But even that,
even that had like a twist at the end
because
where
you don't
it was
see the
like
killer.
where you don't have no idea who's killing these people.
So it's like a whodunit.
Yeah.
Or we had that one, was it The Mutilator, where it's like the guy's dad.
Yeah.
But you don't see his face when he's killing until the
Right.
very end, and they show you it's the dad.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's mystery about who is killing and why they're killing.
Or if you're gonna make no mystery, like Halloween or Friday the 13th, because we know it's Michael Myers.
Yeah.
We know it's Jason. Or Nightmare on Elm Street. We know it's Freddy Krueger. You have to give them a look,
Right.
a mask, makeup,
This
design, flavor.
a mask where they can't see out of it with the iron. What was that one with the smiley face with the fucking like slits
oh my
where
god.
he couldn't see? We just watched it.
Truth or Dare.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking man in the bronze mask.
Yes.
Like,
At least that was still a look.
yeah, but it's like, because there's nothing scary about a guy.
Let's just be honest. There is nothing scary about Robert Hinkle.
No.
Like, he is the most unscary. Every time he's on screen, you're just like, oh.
It's just a dude.
He's just... I don't know,
just
dude. Like,
a guy with a bowl cut in a fucking long sleeve shirt.
well, yeah, because there's either, like you said, the motivational killers or the fucking monsters that just rampage
Yeah.
through a bunch of bodies.
Yeah. But it's like, if
But those are both effective if you know how to make a slasher movie.
but that's why there's two, because if you're gonna have a killer who's on camera and you know who he is, he has to be, if not scary, he has to be memorable.
Well, also think about it though. There's
even Slumber Party Massacre.
Yes.
It's just a random guy.
Yeah.
But we see him on camera.
Yeah.
And he has this fucking iconic fucking screw gun or whatever. And it's like, that's different.
Well, and even think about it. Like, I would argue that Halloween and Friday the 13th have some mystery to them about why the killers are like almost supernatural in a way. Where it's like,
see, Halloween had the smart thing where he's like, you don't know.
Well, there's something scary about, like, because he's, who he is, right? But there's something supernatural about, like, how he carries himself, how
no remorse.
He's basically just evil incarnate.
Well, there's the iconic line in Halloween where the doctor's like talking about when he like saw him as like when he like saw him as a kid, and he was like, "Yeah, I looked in his eyes and there was nothing."
Yeah.
Like, I looked in his eyes and there was absolutely nothing but black emptiness, and he's just pure evil.
Yeah, well, I mean, so is Jason, right?
Yeah.
So is
Jason is supernatural.
So is Freddy Krueger, which is supernatural, but he's just pure evil. Like, they enjoy killing, and so it's like they're just gonna fucking keep killing people. But in this, just don't give away your movie in the first 10 minutes. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, because we know who he is.
We know instantly. It's not even like they tried to hide it.
Because that's the other thing, is like if you hide the killer, even if the ending is obvious, even if it's obvious, if you hide the killer, there's still that element of, well, maybe it's not.
But they show him multiple times.
They show him on camera.
Multiple times.
His face.
Yeah.
You know it cannot be any other character. It's him. Whereas any other movie...
He on screen, you see him, and then he kills someone. You know he's the killer.
Any other movie, even if it's obvious at the end, even if it's the most obvious choice, there's still that element of, well, you don't know because you have no idea.
You know what scene? Can we go to a scene real quick that I'm still kind of confused about?
I'm sure there's several, but yeah.
Yeah, this is the one I'm most confused about. So there's a scene where they they barricade themselves in a bedroom. And
like another movie. Like Slumber Party Massacre.
Yeah, exactly.
Where they
so they barricade because he's like rampaging through the house. He's already killed multiple people at this point. And they go into a room and they barricade the door with a dresser.
The dresser, yes.
And just conveniently happen to have fire stairs in that room.
That they use.
Well, because they're like, how are we going to get down? Oh, yeah, we have fire stairs. Okay, let's just throw those out the window.
So one of them climbs down it.
And then
he's like, well, I'm going to stay down and hold this. You climb down. And then while he's doing that, he gets stabbed in the back.
Well, and then the guy starts climbing up. They throw the stairs off, right? Okay, so...
After they pat his...
Yeah, they fucking...
After they play whack-a-mole.
They fucking whack-a-mole with his fucking fingers. And then some girl sprays his fingers with, like... Yeah. Well, like, I think it was like hairspray or something.
Bro,
I don't know, like to make his hands slippery. Again, there's where the confusion starts. But anyway, what I'm trying to get at is there's a scene in this sequence where they throw the stairs out. They think that they're going to get out, and for some reason, she has like a dream or a premonition that he like flies through the window and knocks over like a jar of marbles, because that was from one of the dream sequences. Yeah. But
he was killing one of the sisters.
What's weird is she has this premonition, right? And they all get freaked out.
And they leave.
And they leave the room. And I'm like, why are they all leaving? Like, what are they all reacting to? It doesn't show him in the room. And he's downstairs when they go downstairs.
He's outside.
Yeah. So, like, what are they? They just threw him out a window. They're safe in the door, in the fucking room for now. And she has a fake out where he flies through the window and knocks over a jar of marbles, and that spooks all of them? How does that make sense?
I don't know.
I am the other can we go to the funniest kill in the entire movie?
Oh, the teepee?
Yeah.
Where he says something? Yeah.
So all the kills are just the guy stabs people.
Yeah.
Like I'm just going, we're not going to explain all of them because it's just him stabbing people.
Yeah, like It's not the worst I've seen, but it's just him stabbing.
He stabs them and they go, ugh, and then die.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, that's it. So, anyway, we have our sex scene where the two,
That's not even a sex scene.
I'm barely.
They start undressing.
They start undressing,
And then
they don't have sex, you're right.
He attacks them.
They're in like a little tiny teepee, so he attacks them. And then as he's like crawling up the woman, he like stabs her in the chest. And you get this weird like back pan where like pulls out a little bit. And you see him stabbing her. And her boyfriend is right there, fully nude.
Yes.
Looking at the murderer. And then the murderer is looking at him. And I don't know if it's like...
He says something.
Well, he says her name at first. And then I have no idea what he said after that. But again, why? Just picture this, okay? Just picture this. You're about to get it on with like a girlfriend, a significant other, you know, whatever. And you get attacked and they stab your significant other right in front of you. Do you A, look longingly into their eyes and have a romantic moment with the murderer before getting up and sauntering into the fucking house? B, freak the fuck out because your significant other just got fucking murdered right in front of you, or C, call the police.
Yeah.
It's apparently for this movie, it's A.
Yeah.
Look longingly into your fucking I don't get this scene. I don't get why they thought that looked good. It's literally just Robert and the guy having an emotional connection for like 2 seconds.
Oh. Did you know what the most shameless scene was? The most shameless. There's a scene in Halloween where Lori is at school.
Yeah.
She is in the back of the classroom, seated next to a window, and you see the sunlight. Like you see like the shadows from the blinds on her face. And she looks to her left.
It's set up just like that.
It's set up from the corner. She looks outside with the shadows of the blinds on her face.
Yeah.
She looks outside and she sees Michael Myers standing outside.
Yeah, off in the distance, right? Like a looming threat.
She sees him outside and then she looks back and then she looks outside again and he's gone. In this movie, there's a scene where our main girl, back of the classroom, sitting next to a window, shadows from the fucking blinds on her face.
Ah, but they got you, okay?
And
they got you.
He looks outside.
You can't escape him.
And he is right in front of...
He's right up against the window.
Right up against the window, all bloody. She freaks out. Everyone's like, what's up? She looks outside. He's gone.
Dude.
Shameless.
Shameless. It's such a shameless ripoff, mostly of Halloween, that I did not care about any character. I did not care about the connection because, again, it revealed itself way too fucking quick and just blew its load right, like, you know, just way too quick, and you just don't care.
The best scene in the movie
is the montage.
The only scene in the movie,
the Sears ad montage,
that has any originality is the Sears montage.
And the only scene, and I kid you not, the only scene where any of the actors have any chemistry towards each other.
Where they're like laughing.
Where they're like actually
properly.
having a good time.
Having emotions.
They are trying. They're giving it their all for like 5 minutes of the movie.
There's a scene where...
So all the other sorority sisters have gone for like spring vacation or whatever.
Specifically one of them, because they're all like, "Hey, let's go upstairs and try on Sharon's
If this
clothes."
was any other movie, right? Like you'd get a scene because it's like the sorority mom, right? Because the sorority mom leaves.
Yes.
And they're unadulterated. They're like
Sorority Massacre.
Unsupervised, right? So
yeah, like Sorority Massacre.
But again, okay, so this is how
they invite their boyfriends like Sorority Massacre.
This is how tame this movie is, though. This is the shameful. It's so shameful. So in any other movie, even 80s movies, 70s movies, any other movie, the sorority mom leaves, and you want total fucking degeneracy, right? Like these are college kids. They're fucking crazy. They're still like they're still in their prime years, right? So you're like thinking like parties, you're thinking like fucking like getting like high, drinking a bunch, doing drugs, all this fucking degenerate shit, right?
You would hope.
Yeah, you would think like, okay, sorority mom's out of the house, what do you want to do? Let's throw a huge fucking rager, let's go fucking ham, let's just go crazy, right? What do these sorority sisters do? They steal ice cream out of a freezer and and then go and raid the sorority mom's closet. It's anarchy. Total anarchy.
You know.
Oh my god.
Well, we get a 2-minute long montage of them playing like 80s sax while they throw shirts.
Well, it's like 80s sax and like tam-tams. Like
yeah, and they throw
it's like the most 80s fucking like 80s Sears commercial ever.
Yeah. They throw clothes in the air and they get naked, and it's like it's the most like it's the only scene of the movie that like got me out of my fucking coma.
Well, you know what it is?
What happened?
It's like it seems like it's the only scene in the movie where they had any fun filming it or doing any of it.
Because like the movie looks okay.
It looks fine. Like it's you can tell it's like a produced movie, right? It's not like
well filmed.
It's not shot on Shidio. Like they're not known actors, but they're like not like schlubby or like, you know, shouldn't be on camera basically. It's like there's stuff going on, right, where it looks like a movie. But the problem is every line is delivered it's really flat and very just like unemotional. There's like none of the actors really give it anything. Like they just kind of like deliver their lines and call it a day. Like it's kind of a weird like uncanny valley where you're just hoping one of them just gives like an emotional performance, right? Just one of them just kind of goes for it and like actually tries to like, but no, they're all just like just flat and boring and wooden, and there's no, like I said, there's no chemistry between any of the actors at all. Even like the boyfriends and the girlfriends, there's nothing there. Like you just don't think that any of these people hang out. Like it makes it feel like such a movie. And I know that sounds weird because it is a movie, but like,
well, you just think of like
you want immersion.
You think of like, you know, Friday the 13th and things like that, where it's like they feel like
it's like they're friends. It feels lived in. You want your movie to feel lived in. You want people to like react how actual people would react.
There's a certain energy, and it's just not here.
These are college students, for God's sakes. Why are they
busy ripping off Halloween?
Why are they all acting like 90-year-old grandpas just walking around doing nothing?
Because they're too busy ripping off Halloween.
Well, I mean, that's true.
They're too busy ripping off other better movies to care. You know what else is funny? The poster.
I know. It has nothing to do with any of the movie.
First of all,
I don't really understand it.
First of all, the woman in the poster is not even in the movie, which is just,
I don't even think the guy is in the movie.
This is comical. The poster looks like
it's for him from behind, but I guarantee it's not.
No, fucking no. The poster looks like a poster for like an erotic thriller.
Well, it kind of looks like almost like a
or a hair metal album.
Well, because it also looks like a guy who's like a peeping Tom.
Yeah,
right. It's like because it makes it seem like the girl's behind blinds,
and he's peeping through it.
And he's peeping through it with a knife, right?
It's like some blonde model that
now,
has to pose.
Listen, I know everyone knows this, and we know this from even just looking at our titles and looking at the posters that we post. Most posters do have something to do with the movie,
usually,
but some do over embellish a lot of stuff.
This is not even
the problem with this poster.
In the same universe.
Here's the problem with this poster. It has nothing to do with the movie.
This is the kind of poster that it's 1986. You're bored and you want to watch some degeneracy.
I would get tricked by this poster. I would.
You go to Blockbuster. You look at this poster. You look at it. Okay, so it's a horror movie. There's a blonde babe undressing through a window. Okay, hell yeah. You pop it in and you go into a fucking coma.
Except for one not even 5 minute scene. It's like a 2 minute scene of them like undressing and
throwing shirts across
throwing
the
shirts
camera.
while tam tams go crazy
and they're edited, and the shirts throwing are edited to the tam tams.
Oh god!
And that's it. And then you go back to your coma. And then you fucking wake up and you're like, oh shit.
I think that's my biggest problem with this movie. It's so uninspired and so there's just nothing going on. There's just nothing keeping you. Like I even said during the movie, like I just wanted something to really grab onto, something to like really make me into this movie.
Because the one thing that they added, them having like a psychic connection, goes nowhere. That's the only thing they have.
Even in like really bad movies on this fucking podcast, there's something to keep you interested. Whether it's like total fucking lunatic fucking writing,
some crazy choices.
Fucking like crazy choices, crazy editing, crazy script writing. Like there's something there, right? Something to keep you even entertained, even if it's in a bad way.
Yeah.
Where the filmmaker doesn't want you to be entertained by making fun of their movie. At least there's something there, right? There's something to make fun of.
Some lunacy, yeah.
This one just like, it just plateaus and you just ride it.
Yeah.
It's just flat. There's no ebbs and flows. If this was a roller coaster, it would just go in a fucking oval.
I'm not even fast.
No, it's like one of those kid train rides that just goes in an oval with no hills or anything like that.
No hills, no scenery, nothing.
Nothing. You just get a flat desert background and fucking just
exciting.
Go in a circle for fucking an hour and 20 minutes.
This is exciting.
Oh man, this is exciting. I wish I could ride a better ride that's inspired by this. Or that this is inspired by. I wish I could. It's like a train ride. And you're like, this is pretty boring. Man, I wish I could go on Big Thunder Mountain.
Well, it's like the other funny thing is like in Halloween, there's obviously Laurie and all that, but you also have the doctor who's trying to hunt down Michael.
Right.
So you have like two sides of it.
Well, like
it's like. The doctor knows how dangerous he is.
Yeah.
He is aware of how dangerous he is. Laurie's unaware. In this movie, you think like, okay, well, there's like a lady doctor they introduce. And she is like some sort of expert, right?
Do we even see her on camera?
Yeah. She's the one with glasses, remember?
Oh, right, yeah. Because I know they show the orderly a lot. The fucking orderly that just makes phone calls in an empty fucking mental.
He discovers the body
medical facility.
But there's the female doctor who shows up there once to. She studies his brain waves. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then the orderly calls her after our dude escapes, and she tells him his background. But it's like they set it up like. So she's going to be the Loomis character, right?
Right.
Halloween.
You would think.
No.
Fuck you. It goes nowhere.
Bitch, fuck you.
Can we also talk about how boring the medical facility escape is?
This is not... This is low.
It's so...
Low effort.
There's barely... Like, is there a position lower than low? Because he just...
Stock? I don't know. I can't think of anything. Any other movie does more.
Well, any other movie, there's like this huge, like, the killer's trying to get out and has to kill his way out, or something happens where they shut down the facility and they has to find a way to like escape through like a hatch or something, or something exciting happens.
Let me tell you a thing, Will.
Okay.
Let me tell you a thing, because this movie. The choices made here are just odd. Early in the movie,
yeah,
our dude freaks out because he has the same nightmares as the girl or whatever.
Yeah, where you figure out that she's the sister.
Orderlies go in there and strap him in the bed and tape his mouth shut.
Mm-hmm.
So you're thinking like, okay. And then there's a scene where he rips out of his straps and untapes his mouth. And you think like, okay, now he's going to escape.
No.
Then there's a scene where one of the doctors walks in and they have a tussle and they sedate him. So you're like, okay, well, that's a boner killer. And then you think to yourself, okay, well, maybe they'll do something else interesting.
Oh, they do something else,
and
but it's not
then
interesting. There's
a scene where an orderly walks in to feed him, and he just walks up and attacks the orderly and smacks his head against the wall and moves it. Now,
I love how every door in the facility is unlocked or open.
Well, if you're making a movie, if you are making anything,
yeah,
wouldn't it be logical to set it up to where they strap him down and tape him and think that he's safe, and then he undoes his straps, rips off the tape on his mouth, and then escapes?
That would be logical, yes, because it shows he has like strength and is forced to be reckoned with.
What is the point?
What's the
point of taping him down and putting him in straps?
Well, he kind of just fumbles his way to the fucking sorority house.
There's nothing special.
He gets out the door.
Oh my god.
Gets out the gate.
He jumps over the
there is no resistance whatsoever. No one comes to try and it's like hours later when the orderly even figures out that the other orderly is dead.
At that point he's already killed a guy at a hardware store and stolen a knife and stolen a car.
By the time the orderly finds the body, it's practically decomposing.
Bro,
it's already gone into fucking like full rigor mortis and just fucking is not there.
Oh my god.
It's so stupid. Like, why?
It defies all logic.
Well, and again, you mentioned that he kills someone in a warehouse, in like a hardware store. Yeah. There's no fucking one in the hardware store.
Other than the owner who he kills, yeah.
Because in any other movie, right? Because you have a lived-in town, there would be people that would react.
Oh, honey.
And maybe call the police. There's not even barely police in this movie.
We see one cop who goes there and asks the orderly, like, what he looks like, and gives him a description, and he's like, okay, well, what do you know about him? He's like, I don't know, I haven't made the phone call yet. Bye.
And then 2 cops at the end. So 3 cops total in the entire movie. Oh, and we also get like what is the detective? The who's the black guy?
That's the guy I was talking about.
Oh, okay, that's the cop. Yeah, sorry.
And then he vanishes from the movie.
Yeah.
And this is pointless.
I love the description, too. He had dark hair, brown eyes and looked mean.
Wow.
What a description.
Shit.
That's so much to go off of.
Dark hair, brown eyes?
Holy shit.
That could be me. Like, that's so vague. What does that mean? You didn't even give him a height.
He gave him nothing. Dark hair? Do you know how many people have dark hair and brown eyes?
Is that black hair, brown hair? What the fuck?
That is a big fucking percentage of the fucking population that look mean, have dark hair and brown eyes.
Dark hair, brown eyes, and he's got resting bitch face. Wow.
Whoa,
dude.
Whoa, I know exactly who you're talking about. It's so stupid.
It defies logic. It defies logic.
There are scenes in this movie that literally defy logic that make you like, you can't even stretch your disbelief. Like, there's no way.
Well, how about this, Will?
Oh, fuck.
Because our dude, he goes to the hardware store and steals a knife, right? And then he uses the knife to fucking stab the dude, the owner.
Yeah.
And then he goes to the house. He stabs a couple people before.
Well, he steals a car, too.
He steals a car, but he stabs a couple people at the house with the knife in the hardware store, right?
No one seems to care that he's on a murderous rampage.
The cops in this movie have a very slow response time. In this city where this movie's set, it's got the worst response time in America.
They probably have a police force of like three cops.
Yeah, and they have a lot of crime to deal with, so they can't be bothered. Okay, then So he stabs a couple people with that knife from the hardware store, right?
Yeah.
Then he goes to the house.
Right.
And then he puts that knife on the mantle.
Remember, she has a premonition that he put the fucking other knife in a brick in the fireplace.
Under a brick in the fireplace.
I don't.
And then she tells them, trust me, it's there. And then they're all like, you are full of shit. And then they look under it and it's there. And they're like, holy shit. And then nothing comes of that.
They're like, oh, there's a knife. And they put it on the mantle.
No, they put that knife in the fire.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
They just throw it in the fire. The dead fire. But then he gets there, and then he puts the hardware store knife on the mantelpiece and takes that knife out of the fireplace because he has to have that knife for reasons.
Now, I don't know if you're going to go into that, but the fact, I don't know if this is your point.
There's no point.
Well, here's the thing.
There's no point to this movie.
Here's what I really don't fucking get. The knives look exact.
I told you why. Because they bought a fucking 2-for-1 set at Walmart.
They look fucking exactly the same.
Because they bought
They are the exact same knife.
Because I told you they bought a 2-for-1 pack at Walmart, and they're like, let's use both of them.
Also, the fucking knife he uses is not even remotely the one in the fucking poster.
Isn't it incredible that the knife that he stole from some random hardware store in the city just happens to match the same knife that he used to murder his parents 15 years ago?
Handle and all.
Isn't that so fucking weird? Well, how?
No, they're different because the one he uses to murder the parents has ash on it.
Oh, wow. You know, let me look at the poster again. Let me look at this ripoff.
The poster's like a kitchen knife.
It is a kitchen knife. It's the one I have in my kitchen.
Yeah.
Lit.
It's not even a hunting knife.
It's not the dude, by the way.
No, it's not.
Look at him. That's not him.
Nothing. That poster does nothing.
Looks like a teenager.
That poster looks lit.
What the fuck does the poster... What the fuck is that tagline? Who will survive the final exam? There's no exam. The exam is the movie.
There's no teachers. I mean, there's one teacher in that fucking schoolroom.
Oh, no. Sorry, there's 2 teachers.
Yeah.
But it's pointless.
But again...
there is the scene, however. Because they thought they were cooking.
They were cooking something. Too bad it was shit.
They were cooking my ass. There's a scene.
They were cooking like a bad TV dinner. Like a bad
it's freeze dried or whatever.
Like a fucking old ass Salisbury steak fucking banquet meal.
Oh man, that's gourmet.
That's like dripping with fucking grease and just
you can see the grease pooling on it.
You could just just feel the sodium as you look at it.
The mac and cheese is fucking congealed.
The brownie looks like a fucking brick of charcoal.
It's airplane food quality.
Oh
baby.
Yeah, baby.
There's a scene where they're in the school, and one of the guys is talking to one of the girls, and he tells her about this experiment with cats that they took
If you can find this scene, this gives you all you need to know about the acting.
Don't.
Because he's like, they took cats. Oh, I like cats.
Well, they took... So he's like, I know what they're talking about because it's based on a real experiment, but the real experiment is nothing like this because I was at one point in my life a psychology major. He's like, they took kittens from a mother cat and they took them 100 miles away and then they killed the kittens. And when they killed the kittens, the mother cat felt it because she had a psychic connection. And I'm in my head, I'm thinking, this stupid fucking movie is setting up a stupid fucking psychic connection between the fucking brother and the fucking session. That's exactly what they did, but it goes nowhere. It's fucking nowhere. It's pointless bullshit. The scene is just there because the people who made it thought they were cooking.
This is nonsense.
Because
this movie is nonsense.
They thought you'd watch this and be like, I wonder where they're going with this.
Where are they going? I want to see the person that sat down and was like, I don't know where they're going with this. that in the first 10 minutes didn't know to be so naive to think that you have no fucking idea.
No one's seen Halloween. No one's seen it.
It's just hilarious to me to see how stupid do you have to be to sit down and watch this movie and not know exactly what they're doing?
That's what I don't know.
Because even normies, even like normal fucking like that don't have like almost 300 episodes of watching the shittiest fucking movies.
But the thing is,
even like normal
it's
viewers.
Halloween.
Well, I know, but like that's what I'm saying. Like normal viewers would know.
It's
this is fucking Halloween.
The most famous fucking movies of all time. It's like trying to rip off Psycho.
Yeah.
Like trying to rip off Jaws. Like, dude, pick a fucking like a smaller target. It's literally one of the most popular movies of all time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
even like because we've watched like we've had like several Alien ripoffs on the podcast, right?
Yeah.
But even those are they are more different from their fucking ripoff material.
I guarantee you, even other ripoffs of horror movies like Halloween are better than this. You mentioned Jaws. At least Orca had that crazy fucking birth scene at the beginning.
Orca, see, here's the funny thing about Orca. If anyone's ever seen Orca,
Orca's a deep cut.
It's weird calling Orca a Jaws ripoff, considering that Jaws isn't a revenge story.
About
Orca. I know what it's like. The only reason it's a Jaws ripoff is because obviously they made it after Jaws. But Orca is a movie about a hunter, like a poacher, who kills a pregnant killer whale. And then the killer whale's mate goes on a fucking death wish revenge rampage against him.
I fucking love Orca. Unapologetically.
And it's just funny to me because like people say, because like when you look at that movie, what always comes up, oh, it's a Jaws ripoff. And in my head, I'm like, when the fuck in Jaws did the shark?
Does any of this happen?
Like, that never happened.
Maybe I'm watching a different Jaws, but
the people who made Orca are fucking crazy.
But that's my point.
It's different.
Even quote unquote ripoffs, do different shit.
Well, because all they did was like, okay, there's a movie called Jaws.
It's about a killer shark.
It has a marine animal.
Yes.
It's a horror type movie about a marine animal, and it was very popular.
Right, but what I'm saying is like people.
What else is popular? Revenge movies.
Yes. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, because Orca is considered a Jaws ripoff.
Yeah.
Right? But at least
There's a lot of different stuff.
It's not Jaws.
Yeah.
This is Halloween.
Because even if you want to argue, like, you could technically say, like, oh, Summer Party Massacre is a Halloween ripoff.
They did something different.
But it's a very different movie. It's a very different movie. Or, you know, I mean, if you really want to make a deep cut, if you want to go fucking deep cut, Friday the 13th, the first one, was considered a Halloween ripoff. But now that's become its own very separate thing. Because there was enough difference that it was like, not only was it.
Well,
like,
again, even if you consider that a ripoff, right? The scenery, different. They're in the forest instead of a neighborhood. The plot is completely different. The killer is completely different. Like, it's like.
It became its own thing.
The foundation, yes, you could draw parallels, but it's so different that you really can't say that it's the same movie, right?
It's not literally the same plot.
The problem with this is it's basically the exact same plot.
It's the same beat for beat, the same plot. And the flavor of the fucking psychic connection is so non-existent.
It's just go watch Halloween. I'm serious. Like, literally, skip this, go watch Halloween. You'll have a much better time. Even if you've seen it for like the millionth time, just go watch Halloween, please.
Unless you're really curious about this, you can watch this.
But just be prepared. Maybe you'll like maybe you'll like it. I know some people do like this. It was popular enough to get us two sequels. Two sequels in the same year. I guess we'll get to those in 1990.
Well, it's funny because the sequel is higher rated than this. So good job.
But
I guess
just go watch any other like slasher movie.
Any other slasher movie about a group of girls getting killed by a male killer.
Because like I said multiple times during the viewing of this movie, this ain't it. it telegraphs everything. So if you want just a bland movie that just holds your hand,
it has no surprises.
Hold your hand the entire time, no surprises, no scares, no nothing, just as bland and just unemotional the entire time.
There's no like creative kills.
If that's what you're into, that maybe this movie is for you. But
it's just like
it's not what I'm into.
What does the bare minimum look like?
This is it.
And this is basically it.
This is the bar.
It's just basic kills. Is it the worst kills you've ever seen?
No. It's not even the worst movie. It's not even remotely the worst movie
It's not
I've
the
ever
worst
seen.
movie. It's not the worst kills. It's not the worst acting. It's not the worst anything.
No, I mean, it's just...
But it's just everything about it is just...
But that's kind of what makes it more boring, too. It's just... Bleh, it's just bleh. Here you go. We just shat out a movie.
They just get stabbed.
Yeah, that's it. There's no, like, cool kills. Don't expect anything cool.
Don't expect anything crazy here.
Except for the murderer longingly looking into that guy's eyes as he murdered his girlfriend. I don't know why that it's just sticking in my mind.
God help me.
That scene is so insane. Let's just do shitty to pretty. If you're new here, shitty to pretty is our rating system. From 1 to 5. 5
to 10.
1 to 10. Sorry, my bad.
What is wrong with you?
My brain is melting.
Jesus.
10 being highly, highly entertaining. 1 being almost unwatchable. Now we do it on entertainment value. This is not an official rating system. We don't really say our critic rating. It's just entertainment value because we review B movies. So obviously we're not going to
Sometimes when we give a 10 out of 10, it is
good, but it's also highly entertaining.
But yes,
it's not like a critique review, right? Yeah. This is an entertainment value review. And boy, howdy, this has it's so bland. It's not 1 or 2 or 3 worthy.
4.
It's a 4. It's like,
I think a 4.
I can't even give it a 5 because there's nothing original. There's nothing original in it. But it doesn't deserve a 1 because it's not unwatchable.
No. Like, it's, it's well filmed. It's, like you said, it's nothing about it is the worst I've ever seen. And, I wasn't going crazy watching it out of fucking boredom. But, man,
I did go crazy in one of the scenes where she's laying down and explaining something. And for some reason in the background, they have a fucking...
Oh, the Smurf?
A Smurf pinata. And my brain was so, just smoothed over by that point that I just started.
You just wanted any.
I just started hysterically laughing. That's how bored I was. I started hysterically laughing at a fucking Smurfs pinata.
You just wanted anything.
You know why I laughed at it? Because my mind was drawing things, right?
Yeah.
My mind was like, okay, think of the production crew, right? The set designers.
They just had.
They're just like, okay. This is like a party sorority, right? They're supposed to, I mean, I guess they don't really do anything debaucherous or anything crazy in the movie, but this is supposed to be like a big party sorority.
Sure.
I don't know how, but
sure.
They're like, okay, what do we put in the room? Okay, what party supplies do we have? Well, I have a big Smurfs pinata.
I got this for my daughter's quinceanera.
Hell yeah! Throw that in the corner.
Okay, can we use it? Yeah,
use that Smurfs pinata. Let's fucking do that.
Sure.
That's a party item. Let's fucking throw that in there. These women are crazy with their Smurfs pinata. That's why I started cracking up because I was just thinking about that thought process of why they would put on camera a fucking giant Smurfs pinata.
Bold.
It's insane.
Listen, bold filmmaking, okay?
I wish this was bold filmmaking. I wish this had anything to latch onto. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was desperately looking for a rope to grab onto to hold onto this movie. Something to hold my interest. And there was nothing fucking there.
Well, you should be excited, Will.
Okay.
Because as evidenced by this movie, you love your ripoffs. And I know you are going to be very happy about our next movie.
Oh, fuck. It's a request, too, I think.
It is a request, and one of you lucky ducks knows what it is.
Yep.
Because it is, I've never seen it, but I know what it is.
Now, I will not, because I want to go in blind, right? I don't want to know until the day.
I only know about it because it was mentioned in something I watch, and that's the only reason I know what it's ripping off.
You also said that the title and everything don't really give it away, right?
The title is just a name.
What about
someone's name?
Does the poster give it away?
I don't think so.
Okay, because what I was going to say is if we post it, I want to go in blind. So if you want, I could put like some mystery graphic, but like what we'll do is if the poster doesn't give it away,
I don't think it does. I think it just looks like a horror movie.
Okay. So we will be posting the poster then. I just want to make sure.
Some of you, I'm sure will know. You'll be like, "Oh shit!" But me, I mean, I tried watching this movie a long time ago and I could not find it, and I honestly had no fucking idea that it was what it is. So let me. Fuck is this poster?
Because I didn't know what to post like when we do our next episode, right?
You know what? Well, you are the social media manager. Leave it up to you. If you want to post the actual poster, you post the poster. If you want to post absolute garbage, garbage.
Some would argue I post absolute garbage except for the posters. So,
well,
if you hate seeing my ugly mug review other movies and just put random, because on Valentine's Day, I don't know if you saw, I also put some Valentines up there. So again, people could argue that what I post is garbage anyway. So,
but well, I don't know if that's more or less fulfilling than what we're about to watch.
Probably more.
We'll see. Maybe you'll like it.
I guess we'll find out.
It might have a deep connection to you.
I go into every movie with an open mind.
We all do.
Okay, I try really hard.
Like there is some absolute garbage on this podcast that I have loved.
I try not to judge anything, especially after like almost 300 episodes. I know not to judge a book by its cover.
No, don't.
You got to watch the whole movie all the way through to really get the fucking idea.
No giving up all the way through.
You gotta not give up. You gotta persevere. No matter how bad you want to turn it off, you gotta keep going.
You have to know what is the director trying to communicate to me.
That's why we do this for you, so that you don't have to watch these movies. We can tell you if it's like that movie. I mean, of course, it's a free country.
Well, that's why we started. That's why you
listen. It's a free country. You do what you want. I don't fucking care if you want to go watch this movie. We're just telling you, if you do go watch this movie, this is what you're in store for.
Yeah, and you might agree with us.
You might disagree.
You might not.
That's okay.
Just like...
Everyone has opinions. It's fine. It's okay.
And we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We're okay with that. We're going on a tangent. I'm ending the episode, obviously, but
you might have a special connection to our next movie.
Maybe. We'll see.
Because I know what it is. And you might have... it might hit you deep down good.
Well, I hope it does hit me deep down good. Really deep down good.
Or deep down bad.
Let's just hope a fucking silver ball doesn't come out of my toothpaste.
The funny thing, Will, is our next movie is not the first of its kind.
Oh, shit. Okay.
That's the funniest fucking part. Is not only is not the first of its kind, but it's also not the first of its kind that's a fucking request as well.
Sweet. So, I love that.
And there's two different people that requested.
I love that. I love that.
It's just...
Great.
It's wonderful.
Cool.
So thank you. You know who you are. And you'll see it
oh my God.
in a week.
So yeah, look forward to our request next episode. If you want to go check out this thing.
This movie is on if you want to watch it, this movie is on Tubi.
Yeah, it's on Tubi with ads. I think there was something on YouTube, but it's with like a compilation of a bunch of other movies, so it's like a 4-hour fucking like YouTube thing. So like I don't I would not recommend watching it like that.
Just go on Tubi.
Just go on Tubi.
It should be in HD.
Go ahead and find it. Watch us. If you do watch it and have a differing opinion, or if you have the same opinion, go ahead and drop us a line. I'm on all the social medias. You'll be talking directly to me, I promise. So if you do have something to discuss, definitely drop me a line. I'm always there. We have an email. We have Instagram. We have Threads. We have a Twitter that we never use. We have a Reddit that is basically non-existent. We have a
Reddit. I mean, listen, if you comment on it, I'll see it.
We have all that shit. So where you comment, we will see it, I promise you. But for they mostly come out at night, this has been Will.
This has been Alex.
And we'll talk to you all later.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.